Hi everyone, and welcome to AuntDi's Crafts. And I'm AuntDi, also known as Diane. Anyways, have you ever found an image off the internet that has more than one color that you wish you could do in Design Space, but you're unable to because you don't know how to use Inkscape or other programs to break that picture up into layers? So you're left with begging other members to have to do it for you or pay somebody. You don't need to. You can take an image and load it into Design Space and make it multi-layers. It just takes a few extra steps. Well, not really when you think of the steps you got to take in Inkscape and that to do it. It really doesn't. It just takes a couple of steps to do. It is actually really simple to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So hold on and we'll move over to my screen. But first, please push the red button below that says subscribe. It would mean the world to me, and it also makes it so I can do more videos because I know you guys like them. And the likes, the thumbs up, that's another great way of letting me know when I have a good video that you found really informative or not. So remember, subscribe with the subscribe button and thumbs up. Like I said, it would mean the world for me. So hang on and we'll get right to work and learn this trick. In Design Space, and this is what we're going to do. We got to go to upload. I found a couple of images here. You can see I done it with the Steelers. That I want to show you. Truthfully, the Blue Jays is the absolute easiest one, so we're going to click that. I'd already saved it off the internet onto my computer. I'm just going to click complex, continue. Then you get your magic wand and slice it or click out everything you don't want. So in this case, we're just going to click out all those colors. Now the problem with this one though, you'll see that there's going to be a line left over. I've had this in a few of them. I go through with the eraser part on in whatever I'm doing, removing things we don't want, and I remove the lines that are, for me, safe to remove without ruining my other image. I don't want to get too close to the layer I'm saving. Oops, see, I took the eye out. But that's okay, because duh, it doesn't need to be there anyways, because we're doing one layer at a time. Okay. So I removed as much of that as I'm comfortable with removing. Now I'm going to push continue. And this is Toronto Blue Jays, and I'm just going to call it layer 1. Okay? And I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to go back to upload, browse again, grab my Blue Jay logo once again, just continue on like we just did, but this time we're going to remove the opposite color. And I want that to be, so it cuts out white. And once again, I will remove as much as these excess lines as I'm comfortable doing. I know I could probably do this one. Ooh, so far I lowered my
eraser size I should be to finish this one. It looks like I did. So we're just going to go on, and I'm just going to add a 2 or layer 2, whatever. We still missed one little piece, but that's okay. And then we're going to save that. Really doesn't matter. I know I just saved it as a print, but don't worry about that. You can change that. One more time. And continue on one more time. Get your wand and erase everything but now the red. Of course, the more you can remove here, the better, because it is a little tedious. I'll show you. Anyways, so continue. And I think we're at layer 3. This time I'll save it as the cut, just to show you that there's really no difference. So I want all 3 of these images that I just uploaded. So I will just click on them, make sure they're highlighted with a green box. You'll also see them down here, and click Insert Image. And there's my images. Now the reason I said not to worry, because as you see, this is a print to cut option right now. I just would click onto that, go up here to the top, click where it says cut. Now the color of it's changed, so I just go down here and change the color back. Also, this does have one of the little lines. So when I do have it clicked or highlighted or whatever you want to call, down here in the corner there's a contour option. You would click that. This is where it's going to give you the opportunity to remove this piece. It's right there. So I just remove it. And I don't have to worry about it cutting it out or not. Because now it's just gone. So now when I get on, click on, there's nothing there. Nothing. Now the blue, remember not to move these or resize these right now. The blue one is also a print to cut, so I will fix that and make it blue again. Might not be the right blue, but that's fine. And I'm also going to contour because there's a bunch here that I've missed. Now you can go this way and do it if you choose. Sometimes it's just too awkward because of the size of the pieces. They're just too small. I find. Is that all of them? I think so. So I like to, a lot of the times, just go down the column here on this side. So that's that one all done. So let's sort of line these up a little bit. If I remember how they go. And then this one, once again, also, it's a print to cut. I mean, this one, as you can see, sorry, is done as a cut. They all come up in black, so you just have to change to the color you want. And I want to contour, and I'm just going to quickly run down this side to get all the pieces I don't want. And it looks like I already got them. And then I'm going to line everything up. And voila. Go ahead and select all, group. Now you can size them all you want it. But the most important thing is you've just done layers, made an image into different layers with Design Space. Let me just remove that one. We'll do one more. So remember, you go to your upload, your browse, go to wherever you put your image. I want to do the giant tiger guy. Complex. And he's big, so up here you can zoom out. So the first thing we want is the black layer. So you don't have to do anything except, sorry, yes you do. You just have to get rid of that little bit. That's it, because when it cuts, because it's going in as a cut, it's going to be solid. So continue. And I'm just putting layer 1. You save it. You go back to upload once again, go through the same steps, bring it in. Zoom out. Remove the backing or your background. Now what you can do is you remove the black. And then, because we only want to do the white, you're going to remove the orange. And the red. Now, this is where that contour comes in handy. I'm not going to be doing a lot of eraser work in here because I would mess something up real bad. I can do some, and I will, because a project this size is going to take a while to load up the contour options, and then it's going to take a while to do because there's a lot here. But like I said, I will remove some to make it a little less work, just not nearly as much as like I did in the Blue Jays one. This one is just going to be a little bit, not too much. just so that I can, like I said, so it's not going to take quite as long to do. Okay, the rest I'm going to do in contour when I load them in. So this one is level 2, is number 2, or layer 2. You need to do 2 more layers for this image. So bring it back. It really doesn't take long to do this. I feel in some circumstances, depending, it's actually shorter than doing an Inkscape. Okay, so now I'm removing all the white. What do we do? Got the black. Let's remove all the orange. No, let's do the orange this time, I think is what we need. So we do have an undo button here. So we'll get rid of that white. Don't forget the teeth, the tongue, all the black, and the trademark. No, I left some white behind. Right in here. Don't think there was any more. See, once again, I'm just gonna contour those lines. Layer 4. Save. And one more. This time we want everything gone but the tongue. So the white's gone, the black's all gone, the orange is all gone. And truthfully, this one probably wouldn't be so bad to go out and pull out the erasers. Let me see what I can do here. Because we're just saving the tongue is all we're doing. So I can do some hand erasing very easily, and it saves from having to do it in contour, because I already have more than enough to do. So I'll just do it this way. Can't see why I can't. It's just the tongue. think I can do it without hitting it. Now watch me hit it. I totally ruin it or something. Luckily, there's something called a back button. My problem is I gotta remember to let go of the mouse once in a while when I'm doing the erasing, because if not, when I push back, oh, does she ever go and bring back everything, because like I said, I don't release the mouse often enough. Which makes it so that everything I've gone over is registering in one clean sweep instead of little ones. See, I made that mistake. At the same time, I should really put my eraser part down. I do not have the steadiest of hands. I think I might got it. Okay, now we'll continue, and not sure, but layer 5, I think. Oh, see, we've got a bunch we still missed, but that's okay. So now that you have all your layers, highlight each one of them. You can do them all at the same time. You'll notice they'll show up down here. This is if you do highlight an area, one that you don't want, you can delete it there. Push insert image. And our images have loaded. The tongue is red, so let's move it to a red. I think this one is the white. This one would be the RLO. Okay, so you're already getting the feel for what we have here. Let me bring this out one more and bring it up for you. So we have our black layer, or our tongue, I guess. Our black layer. Then we have our white layer. Let's move the orange layer out of the way. There's our orange layer. And last but not least, let's just get our tongue here. Arrange everything backwards. And the tongue. Now, of course, there's still some cleaning up that needs to be done. You would click the layer that needs to be cleaned up first, which in this case I just got the tongue. Down here you have contour. You just wait for the contour to load up. In this instance it's going to take longer because there's a lot more to contour. So the more there is, the longer it's going to take. So don't panic. It is going to load up for you. And you're just then going to do the same thing. And this is when I recommend that you just run down the the right hand side, clicking out what you don't want, leaving the grays. But even if it's like sometimes you'll get a black line or something with a little tiny speck of gray in it, you can get rid of it. If it seems to have a lot of gray in it, maybe you better try and figure out where that's coming from and see if it's needed in the image. So I'm going to go out, and because you don't need to watch me sit here and click boxes for the next 5 minutes or so, because that's all it's actually going to take. And actually I can do it right now. I don't know why everything's not here, but let's see what happens. So I'm just going to click everything but the tongue. To get rid of it all. I don't want it to be recognized by my machine. If I decide afterwards that I want it brought back, because I don't know, maybe they were stars or something, and I wanted them back in the picture, I can bring it back. Okay, so that's the tongue, all nice and clean, exactly like it needs to be. Now, there's this layer, the orange I guess you'd call it. Highlight it and click contour once again. Now this one's going to take a long time. Well, not a long time, but it's definitely going to take a few minutes for contour to even load up, or pop up, then load up. At least that's for me. So I am going to push pause for now, and I will go and clean up the last few layers, because I'm sure you figured out or have the gist of it by now. And when I come back, see, it's telling me it's not responsive, but it will come. So when I come back, I'll show you the cut, the final cut. I'll cut some of this out on vinyl and we'll see what it looks like. So just hold on.